Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one here, I wanted to talk about episode 2 sneak peek that was actually released today. And as a reminder, episode 2 will be dropping tonight, or I guess basically tomorrow. So I will have my review, my trailer breakdown for episode 3 and all that stuff out tomorrow. I also wanted to mention that I will be streaming live on Twitch tonight as well, waiting for this episode. We're going to be streaming the new Walking Dead game called The Walking Dead Betrayal. So I hope to see you guys there. Again, if you want to follow me on Twitch, my channel name is Appetite for the Dead. I'm so excited for episode 2. I can't wait to see what they're actually going to get into here. The sneak peek kind of tells us a lot about where they're going, and I feel more confident than ever that the group that they're going to be running into, or at least the group that captures Daryl anyways, I really do feel like is most likely related to Lou and all the other characters there. So before we go any further, like I said before, if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this, then make sure to be a subscriber. But let's actually get into this here. So in this scene here, we do see Daryl, Isabel, Sylvie, and Laurent. And Isabel and Sylvie are talking to Laurent about just a bunch of random stuff, and Daryl afterwards sort of mentions to Isabel, well, like, why don't you just tell him the truth, sort of thing. And I'm guessing he's referring to the fact that, you know, we're bringing Laurent to like this very special place because of, I guess, him being the next Messiah, right, is sort of what they believe. And I did mention that in my review of episode 1, where I said that, like, you know, I feel like he kind of believes that he's the next Messiah, and so that's why Laurent is sort of coming across as like a know-it-all, this and that. But I guess he actually doesn't. He has no idea or no knowledge of really anything. Like, for him, he's just sort of, he just actually just really cares about stuff like this, and he's actually just a very smart person in general. He has no knowledge of any of that, and so it's quite interesting because, you know, Daryl says to Isabel's like, you should just tell him about all of that. And Isabel's like, you don't have children, do you? Right? Like, you don't tell your kids the truth about these things like that. You just kind of have to keep things going. And, you know, obviously that makes a lot of sense. You know, kids will wonder about stuff. And I'm sure Laurent is sort of questioning a lot of things, but Isabel will tell him in time. And that's basically what they're talking about here. And then all of a sudden they hear a bunch of whistling, and it's very interesting. You know, the whistling, first of all, I thought of Negan right away. Like, obviously he has that very iconic whistle. I think what would be really, really funny is like if all of a sudden you hear that whistle, you literally hear like the savior whistle, and then an arrow goes by. Daryl looks into the woods and he sees Dwight standing there. Could you imagine? But yeah, they're attacked obviously, and so Daryl and the rest actually, like, you know, they run to the woods, and Daryl actually just kind of goes in alone, chases one of their archers here, and then that archer did that obviously to set up Daryl, and so Daryl gets knocked out, or not knocked out, but he gets hit, he falls down. He looks up, and then there's 4 people here just like standing here above him. They got him pinned down, and then that's where the teaser ends here. So this right here, to me, I feel like is going to be very early on in episode 2, because I really feel like, and again, I don't think whoever this group is ultimately going to be like a villain and stuff like that. I really feel like it's most likely just going to be some random group, and I do think this group is connected to the new characters, Lou, and I guess all of those kids that were there, because there's a lot of stuff where, or at least in the trailer, there's a lot of scenes where we do see Daryl and everyone else talking with Lou. There's a bunch of newer characters. There's actually like this dinner scene, and I think all of this is a part of that. So I think that this is going to happen pretty early on. There's going to be a lot of flashback stuff for Isabel to, you know, like the initial outbreak and whatnot. But I do think a lot of this, like this dinner scene, is going to be happening in episode 2. And yeah, you know, I think it's going to be interesting to see where they do go overall, because this is the part in the story where I guess we just kind of have to see where they go, because like I don't think this group is going to be a thing for, like, you know, episode 3 and 4. There is a new character named Falou, and he's supposed to be introduced at some point. I'm guessing he's an episode 3 thing, so I think in episode 2 at the end they're just going to leave, but there's got to be a reason why they're coming up, right? Like, there's going to be something from this group that leads them to somewhere else. And there's also the nightclub as well, right? Like, there's that whole aspect to it. So at what point are they gonna get into these places? I mean, I feel like they're gonna be getting a lot more information on a lot of stuff, and obviously they are wanted, right? And for me, this stuff here is gonna be very sort of basic and very general. I'm actually very interested in Caudron's storyline right now, because Caudron, you know, as of now, I don't know if he actually really has a close relationship with Madame Genet. Like, to me, I feel like what we're going to learn in episode 2 is that Daryl is wanted, and that there is some type of reward if you bring Daryl to, I guess, to the cause or to Madame Genet. And I think Caudron's going to get word of that, and then I think that's where he will go and actually speak with her, and that's where we'll get a lot of those scenes where he's like saying like, I will find him and this and that, because I really feel like, you know, he's for the first time actually telling her a bunch of like really important information. He will get a lot of recognition in Madame Genet's eyes, right, and will become very, very important, and I think that's how he gets a lot more power. So we'll have to see where that goes, but I feel like that also could be another storyline, because the Daryl stuff is going to be like the main plot, but there's going to be some other stuff in this episode as well that were, you know, I mean, and that's why I think Caudron and all of that is going to be a part of it. I don't know if we're going to get any sort of, you know, Walker experiment stuff right away, because I feel like there's a chance that they might just wait until episode 3. Like, episode 3 shows some more stuff. There's a lot of scenes where we do see Madame Genet and Caudron like together, and they're testing on walkers and stuff like that. And then, I mean, there's a lot of footage that just seems to be very, very separate from a lot of stuff. So, and there's only 6 episodes. So like, you know, the last 3 episodes are probably going to have a lot of stuff like that. But, you know, we already got 1 in episode 1. So I feel like episode 2, they might skip it. And then episode 3 will get some more stuff, right? But then again, these walkers are supposed to be a big part of a lot of it. So we'll just have to wait and see, but I'm really excited for episode 2. I really cannot wait. So, yeah, I will be live later on Twitch, and yeah, we'll watch the episode and all of that, and yeah, we'll do a countdown for the episode and all of that. And I'm overall so excited for this. I really cannot wait. Episode 2, you know, like, actually, and that's the thing too, for Dead City, I was excited about Dead City, and I was like hyped watching each episode. I was actually excited to watch each and every episode, but there is a difference between Dead City and Daryl Dixon, I feel like. And a lot of people seem to have a little bit of an issue with the video I did the other day where I talked about, you know, is Daryl Dixon better than Dead City? And it kind of seems like a lot of people were, I mean, first of all, I think most people agree with me. The issues that I've been seeing, and it's a fair point, definitely, but a lot of people who do prefer Dead City over Daryl Dixon, they were kind of saying, well, you've only watched 1 episode of Daryl Dixon, like wait till you watch all 6 and then compare, kind of thing, which that is fair. I totally understand that. Like, after we watch all 6 episodes, maybe the show gets really, really bad. The only reason why I don't necessarily believe that is because of a lot of the early reviewers. They were saying that the finale to the season is the best episode, and then the second best was like episode 5, and there's a lot of emotional stuff that happens in that episode. So when I hear that, and again, that's a couple of reviewers saying that too. So like, I'm just like, okay, it's probably gonna get better from here. Maybe episode 2 is not as great as 1, whatever. But it looks like overall this is a very high quality show, and just judging based off of that, I think it's gonna be better than Dead City. I'm not saying Dead City is bad in any way. It's not. I just think Daryl Dixon has a very exciting storyline. So yeah, anyways, I'm very, very excited for episode 2. So again, I will be streaming tonight on Twitch. We will be streaming The Walking Dead Betrayal, and I think a lot of people are going to be joining in. I know that the lobby is like, I think you can only have like 8 people or something like that. So we'll see how everything goes. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see how the game is. I played the tutorial the other day, and it was honestly a lot of fun. So I'm all ready to go, you know, in terms of playing the main story and whatnot. And yeah, I really can't wait for that. So if you want to go, you know, take part in this stream and whatnot, and actually watch me play this game and stuff, as we do a countdown for the release of episode 2 later on tonight, then go follow me on Twitch. My channel name is Appetite for the Dead. The link should be in the description of this video. So I also wanted to mention as well that I will have my Patreon vlog as well up later on tonight. I'm going to have this one here is a more general vlog, and then I'm going to be having my gym vlog up in the next couple of days, and then I'll sort of have another vlog up right away. Like, I know I'm behind like a vlog or 2, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff that comes out over the next like week, and then that Sunday I should be on schedule and whatnot. So yeah, just stay tuned for a lot of that. There's a lot of different ideas that I have for a lot of that. I've been recording a lot of stuff, and if you are interested in my vlogs and stuff, I would say the point of it really is like a weight loss journey, but a lot of it is sort of just like, you know, getting back into just, I don't know, back into doing normal things again. And obviously I am like a single father now of 3, and you know, just having to deal with that kind of thing, and just learning life and just learning how to be on my own and doing that. You know, because it's rough raising 3 kids, right? So there is a lot of that. And so the vlog obviously started about a month and a half ago or something like that. And yeah, I wanted to mention that I do have the podcast as well. That will be dropping, or the next episode will be dropping on Monday. So if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, there's that as well. But anyways, I'll leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.